Welcome to a journey into the strange and unexplained. Our topic today, spontaneous human combustion. In the realm of the unusual and the inexplicable, few phenomena have sparked as much intrigue, bafflement, and debate as spontaneous human combustion, or SAC for short. It's a subject that has been puzzling scientists, terrifying the public, and inspiring countless tales of horror and mystery for centuries. So what exactly is spontaneous human combustion? Picture this: an individual alive and well, suddenly and without warning, bursts into flames. Not from an external source like a fire or a spark, but seemingly from within. The body is consumed by fire, yet remarkably the surroundings often remain untouched. This is not a scene from a science fiction novel or a horror film. This is a real, albeit rare, phenomenon that has been reported and documented throughout history. Yet, despite the numerous accounts, the scientific community remains divided over its existence, primarily because it defies the laws of physics and biology as we understand them today. The phenomenon is shrouded in mystery. There is no apparent cause, no warning, and no pattern. It could happen to anyone, anywhere, at any time. The victims are typically found reduced to ash, with only small fragments of bone remaining. Bizarrely, their surroundings are usually left undamaged, save for a greasy soot residue. As chilling as it is mystifying, SHC has been the subject of countless investigations, theories, and debates. It's been immortalized in literature, from Charles Dickens' Bleak House to modern thrillers, and continues to fascinate and terrify us in equal measure. In our quest to unravel this enigma, we must start from the beginning. Before we can understand the hows and whys, we need to examine the whos and whens. After all, history is often our best teacher, and in the case of spontaneous human combustion, it's a history steeped in mystery and intrigue. As we delve into the mystery, our first stop takes us back to the earliest known cases. The first recorded instance of spontaneous human combustion, or SHC for short, dates all the way back to the 15th century. This is where our journey into the unexplained begins, in the heart of Italy, with a gentleman named Polonus Vorstius. Now, Polonus was just an ordinary man living an ordinary life in Milan. One fateful night, he reportedly indulged in a little too much wine at home. This, however, was no ordinary night of merriment. In a turn of events that would stun the world, Polonus suddenly and inexplicably burst into flames. Just like that, he was gone, leaving behind a mystery that would echo through the centuries. Fast forward 200 years, and we find ourselves in 17th century France. This is where we encounter the strange case of Nicole Mille, a woman whose story is as baffling as it is chilling. Nicole was the wife of a Parisian innkeeper, and one evening, she too inexplicably combusted. Her husband was initially accused of murder, but in an unprecedented move, the local court ruled that Nicole's death was the result of spontaneous human combustion. This was a landmark event, the first time spontaneous human combustion had been recognized by a court of law. From Italy to France, these early cases of spontaneous human combustion weave a tapestry of mystery that stretches across Europe. They introduce us to a phenomenon that defies our understanding of the human body and the world as we know it. The details may differ, but the core of these stories remains the same: ordinary people living ordinary lives until they are inexplicably consumed by fire from within. These early cases set the stage for a phenomenon that continues to baffle us, and as we delve deeper into the history of spontaneous human combustion, we'll find that these early instances were just the tip of the iceberg. The mystery deepens and the questions multiply, but that's a story for the next scene. Moving forward in time, some cases have stood out for their peculiar circumstances. Let's delve into the mid-20th century with the case of Mary Reeser, who met her mysterious end in 1951. On a July morning, Reeser's landlady in St. Petersburg, Florida, found the front door handle to Reeser's apartment too hot to touch. When authorities arrived, they were met with a grisly sight. Reeser's remains were discovered, reduced almost entirely to ash, with only a foot left unburned, still wearing a slipper. The chair she had been sitting in had also been consumed in the blaze. Yet, strangely, other objects in the room remained untouched, leaving investigators baffled. Fast forward to 1980, we encounter the case of Henry Thomas in South Wales. Thomas was a 73-year-old retired man, loved by his community, and lived a rather quiet life. One winter evening, his remains were discovered in his living room. His body was mostly reduced to ash, with his head and a portion of each leg below the knee still intact. His feet were still clad in socks and shoes. The room was undamaged except for the half-melted control knob of his television set, which was facing his body. The mystery behind his demise left the locals and investigators perplexed. Both of these cases display the hallmarks of what some believe to be spontaneous human combustion. The victims are often found in their homes, reduced to ash in a way that isn't consistent with a regular house fire. Objects and furniture around the victim are often left untouched by the fire, and the extremities, like feet or hands, are often found intact. While these events are chilling and have captured the imagination of the public, they have yet to provide conclusive answers. The mystery of spontaneous human combustion remains one of the most intriguing unsolved phenomena in the annals of the unexplained. These cases, while chilling, have yet to provide conclusive answers. The mystery of spontaneous human combustion, or SHC, has indeed led to many theories and intense debates. It's a phenomenon that has intrigued, perplexed, and disturbed us for centuries. Delving into the realm of science, one theory that has gained certain traction is the wick effect. This theory postulates that the human body can act much like an inside-out candle. The clothing of the victim catches fire and then splits the skin, releasing subcutaneous fat, which is then absorbed into the clothing, acting as a wick. This process could, in theory, cause the slow, smouldering combustion seen in many SHC cases. Yet critics argue that the wick effect doesn't explain why the combustion starts spontaneously in the first place. This is where other theories come into play. Some propose that static electricity might be the culprit, a build-up of electric charge within the body that somehow ignites. Others suggest that SHC could be the result of excessive alcohol consumption, which they say could make the body more combustible. But science doesn't have all the answers, and this is where the theories take a turn for the outlandish. Some suggest paranormal activity, invoking the idea of a fire poltergeist. Others venture into the realm of the quantum, hypothesizing that a subatomic particle known as a pyroton is responsible, igniting people from within. These theories, while fascinating, are widely contested by scientists, researchers, and skeptics alike. The lack of consistent evidence and the rarity of cases make it difficult to conduct extensive research, leading to a lack of consensus in the scientific community. This has resulted in lively debates, with each side armed with their own set of arguments and counter-arguments. Despite these theories, the mystery of spontaneous human combustion remains, leaving us to ponder the unexplained. It's a phenomenon that continues to challenge our understanding of the human body and the world around us, a riddle that, for now, remains unsolved. Today, spontaneous human combustion remains an enigma, a perplexing puzzle that continues to defy the rules of science and logic. In an era where technology has advanced to a point where we can manipulate genes, explore distant planets, and even recreate the human heart in a lab, this phenomenon still stands as a stark reminder of the mysteries that the universe holds. Spontaneous human combustion, or SIC as it is often referred to, is a phenomenon that has been documented for centuries, yet it largely remains shrouded in mystery. It's a grim and startling occurrence where a person seemingly bursts into flames from within, leaving little more than ash and a few remnants of bone. There's often no obvious source of ignition, no trace of accelerant, and the surroundings are typically unscathed. The scientific community remains divided on SC. Some dismiss it as a mere urban legend, a product of overactive imaginations. Others, however, take a more curious stance, delving into the heart of the mystery, seeking clues in the ashes. They study the patterns of burn, the remnants left behind, and the puzzling circumstances surrounding each case. Yet, the more they dig, the more the enigma deepens. Theories abound, from the absurd to the plausible. Some suggest a build-up of static electricity within the body. Others propose a rare and unknown internal chemical reaction. There are those who even venture into the realm of the paranormal, suggesting supernatural forces at play. Yet despite numerous theories and countless hours of research, a concrete explanation eludes us. Each case of spontaneous human combustion is unique, and each one adds a new layer to the mystery. The phenomenon continues to intrigue and baffle scientists, researchers, and the general public alike. It's a puzzle that refuses to be solved, a riddle that defies our understanding of the human body and the natural world. It forces us to question, to wonder, and to explore the limits of our knowledge. In the end, spontaneous human combustion remains a journey into the strange and unexplained, a mystery that continues to ignite our curiosity and challenge our understanding of the natural world.